showing you what we can do. And we're gonna make it to the top. We're gonna give it all we got. It's our time to shine. It's Sip and Speak the Tea with D&D.
Hello everyone.
Hello, Milwaukee.
Hello, Milwaukee.
And everyone else.
Welcome to Sip and Speak the Tea with D&D. I'm Denise.
And I'm Danette.
Coming to you from Milwaukee. And when we first start, we usually estimate what flavor we have. So what flavor do you have today?
Okay. This
Flavor
is
tea.
called Beach Berry Twist.
Oh, Beach Berry Twist.
Yes, and it's actually a green tea. It's a green tea.
It doesn't taste bad.
I don't know. Oh. Look, let me tell you. Wait a minute. Where the berry? I don't taste any berry.
I don't taste the berry.
And I
But
don't taste
it don't
taste
taste bad,
I don't taste
though.
any beach. I don't taste beach berry. So that's the
Almost
twist.
like, yeah, I guess it is. I think
That's
it's got
the
like a
twist.
sour taste at the end. Well,
Oh, I don't know. This not on my list. It's not one of my.
it's got that. I think the twist is the sourness at the end. The sour
Oh yeah.
taste. Well, we suggest you try it anyway.
Yes.
I don't know if you will like it, but
Yeah.
I suggest you
Still try it.
Well, people, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, and you see our title, demonic spirits in plain sight. You know, Danette, you know, when they used to, you know, just hide themselves.
Yep.
You know, all you have to do is look, people. It's right before
in your
eyes.
face. Right in your face.
Right before your eyes. And some people can even feel it. You know, we gonna talk a little bit on Sonia Macy, how she felt those demonic spirits. And then when she called it out, he pow-powed her when she called it out.
Okay. Do we got a video?
Yes, we have a video of it.
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID. One task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID is.
You
You see in that
have.
stack right there, maybe?
1 second.
Check on her.
Let me get this.
No, we don't need a fire while we're here.
Right. Okay. Let me see. Okay.
All right.
Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Rebuke you in the name of
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking.
That's I think it.
Anything else suspect?
Me.
I didn't know I had it.
Yeah, I'm good. It's crazy.
Wow.
That just that upsets me so much.
Yeah, me and you and
It's just-
millions of people. Did you
Boy.
see how?
And he was demonic.
Yes. Did you see?
He is demonic.
She felt it. She felt that energy, that demonic energy, and I know exactly what she was feeling because in my traumatic experience, when I was down the basement with the serial strangler, I felt something I had never felt before. It was just like some evil presence. I felt the evil presence just walling around me. It was so frightening, and it let me know danger. You know, that I was finna be unalive. I felt that evil presence. And I know she felt that same evil presence. And when she called it out and said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, he didn't like that. And that's why he did what he did. Almost like, you know, everything we say is alleged and for educational and entertainment purposes only. We're not like a Christian, you know, like channel or like political, but we're gonna just like touch bases on some of
it.
this stuff because it's a lot of demonic
It's
spirits.
just what's happening in
Yes.
our world today.
Yes, yes, and then we this presidential campaign and stuff is we gonna elaborate on a little bit of this stuff, so. We're not political or Christian based, but
it's of importance.
Yes.
It's of importance.
Yes. She felt those demons, and just like I'm gonna compare a little bit, like in the Bible when Jesus called out, the demonic spirits, the demons that was in those pigs. When he called it out, what did the pigs do? They just jumped themselves, over the
cliff.
Yeah, over the cliff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do a little bit of these comparisons. So we don't have the clip, but he had a talk with his boss, Sean Grayson, the one who had did the pow, and he was telling him, if we can't trust what you see and say, then we don't need you in uniform, and putting in these false these
false statements.
Yeah, false statements. And you're doing things that other police officers has went to jail for.
Right.
And before he got fired. And he also had went through 6 police departments. Red flag.
And what's disturbing is that there are people that are still standing behind this man. I don't understand for the life of me. And that just has to show you how many screwed up people there is in this world. How many evil people in this world.
I mean, the evilness is in plain sight, right before your eyes.
People that can
and they're
stand
ignoring
behind him. And try to help him to fight to get his job back or to stand next to this man. How? Why would you want to? Evil.
Just evil and demonic.
I just can't wrap my head. I can't wrap my head around it. I can't. And just think, if it would be up to Trump, guess what? But what would he get? Immunity, right?
Exactly.
He'd get
if he become president, he's gonna give them all immunity. So instances like this with Devontae and Samuel and all of these
just
people,
so many.
They're not gonna get justice.
No justice whatsoever.
Exactly.
But that's first of
We
all,
pray for the family. They got to go GoFundMe for the kids. And even the son said, now this was very interesting. The son said the day before she had a mental breakdown and the police was called. And so they knew because you know
was
what?
very aware.
Exactly. She had left the scene, but the son stayed there and talked to them and told them she was dealing with mental illness. Now, and he said he saw, if not both or one of them. But even if that wasn't so, it was in their database that this had happened. Right, and they were dealing with a person dealing with mentally illness, right? So by them getting this call again, they knew what they were walking into, and when he was on that porch, did you say, "Are you okay?" Number one, they were okay, and then at the end,
I didn't understand the part though of why that was necessary. Like they were saying something about the water. About the boiling water. And I'm like, even looking at the video, you're not even near the boiling water.
Exactly.
Why would you feel so threatened by that?
And when they had it slowed down in slow motion, she had one oven mitt and the other hand mitt in each hand. And she said, "I'm sorry," and after
she wasn't even facing them, like she wasn't even.
He went over there. He went over there to get a better,
I would
shot.
say aim. Yeah,
aim. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went over to get a better aim. So
unnecessary.
But she called them demonic spirits out. She called it out. And she did say when she was in the room, don't hurt me. She felt it, and she wanted her Bible. She felt the presence of them demonic spirits, y'all. And like I said, and it was so sad that they knew they were dealing with people who were dealing with mental illness. And as I have said over and over again, you know, my daughter is dealing with mental illness, and you know, it seemed like they're using them, you know, as you know, for target practice. You know, it seemed like their life is not being valued.
Not
You
at
know,
all.
their lives are not being valued, and
Not
they
at
don't
all.
know how to deal with, you know, the situation. And if
Right.
they don't, somebody has to get trained to know how to deal with this.
Right.
You know, to deal with, you know, people when they come across people like this.
Right.
Or laws gonna have to be changed. Because the way they're even evaluating these people, remember we talked about this when we first got on air about this MPI. They go by this this certain chart, and all people are not the same. We all know this. Like my family member, she's intelligent. You know, you put bricks in front of her and stuff like that. Of course, she's gonna put them right. And she was good in school, straight A student. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is they going by
And
intelligence?
there's different types
You know,
of
yeah.
mental illnesses. as well.
Exactly. I think, and just like these Manilian kids, they're born with their eyes open. Things are changing, evolving. They need to change how they evaluate these people.
That's true.
They
But
need
we don't have the laws to protect the mentally ill.
exactly, and
And
so
that has to change.
it has to
And,
change.
Yeah, they're letting them have their rights, which they should. But however,
Yes.
they should have an overseer.
A
They should
overseer,
have-
yes.
right.
It has to be a clause in there, people, because they saying if you dealing with mental illness, you know, there's help and do this. A lot of them don't believe they're mentally
Mentally
ill.
ill.
What do you do for them? And then I can understand the reason why they, you know, got their rights. They're human, but yeah, I lost my thought for a minute. But in certain, you know, circumstances, like mine, you know, they don't believe they're mentally ill. So what do you do for, you know, people like that? And then they say, they can sign themselves in or out. Do we have a call?
No.
Okay.
And they, you know, we can talk them into, you know, going there, but they can sign themselves right on out. You know, and I can understand
right.
people had bruised the system because back in the day, people were putting people in there and they didn't belong there. You know, that's why that law, I believe, is in
Had to,
effect.
right.
You know, because people were abusing it, but there got to be some kind of clause, you know, for the people that don't think they're mentally ill because they're being targeted. And, you know, some of them hurt other people.
Yeah. But it's unfortunate because what it is that it has to boil down to either they harm until they harm someone or someone
So it
harms
harms
them.
them.
You know, and that could mean a life being taken away.
Yes, and
You know,
we
so
cannot
why do it
ignore
have
this.
why do it have to get to that point?
It's happening so often. It's becoming so broad. Something has to be done. I think the laws need to be changed, or have some kind of clause in it where they have to have some kind of somebody overseer where they can put them in there.
Get them into a facility, and
Yes.
we need more facilities.
Yes, and that's
Don't
another
shut
thing.
them down. Don't close them down. Y'all got all this money to put into
Exactly.
stadiums, arenas.
Exactly.
Like, get real.
And they're closing them down, and more people becoming on homeless and on the street, and a lot of them
Yeah.
don't want to be closed in anyway. They do not want to be closed in, and if you try to keep them in, then that's kidnapping, ain't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Holding
People
them
probably consider
without their will.
without their will.
Yes. Yes. So, how people
It's just a bad situation,
Yes.
but we got to make it better. We got to make it right.
Exactly.
So, but our hearts, condolences
Go out
do
to the family.
to the family. And for all of them, they are battling and right now trying to get justice for the
Yes.
loss of their loved ones.
Yes.
You know, due to their lives being taken away by these officers, security guards.
Yes, and one more thing that he knew, that shows that he knew he was dealing with some with mental illness, which we already knew was in the database anyway. He said that crazy B, so he already knew. All right, moving on. Man, this Elon Musk. Oh my goodness, he did an interview. I think we got a video of it.
Elon Musk's daughter Vivian Jenna Wilson gives her first interview after her father's recent comments saying she was, quote, killed by the woke mind virus for seeking gender-affirming care and coming out as transgender. The 20-year-old, whose mother is Musk's ex-wife Justine Wilson, opens up in a phone interview with NBC News, published July 25th, saying of Elon, "I think he was under the assumption that I wasn't going to say anything, and I would just let this go unchallenged, which I'm not going to, because if you're going to lie about me, like blatantly to an audience of millions, I'm not just going to let that slide." The Tesla CEO made his comments in a recent interview with the Daily Wire.
I was essentially tricked into signing documents. This is before I had really any understanding of what was going on, and we had COVID going on, and so there was a lot of confusion.
The SpaceX founder claims he only agreed to sign the papers that gave Vivian permission to undergo gender-affirming care because he was told she, quote, might commit suicide if he didn't.
I lost my son, essentially. So, you know, they call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah,
All right, so the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead, killed by the woke mind virus. So I vowed to destroy the woke mind virus after that.
In her interview with NBC News, Vivian says Musk was rarely present in her life and that he berated her when he was. She explains he was cold, he's very quick to anger, he is uncaring and narcissistic. Wilson tells NBC News that when she was a child, Musk would harass her for exhibiting feminine traits and pressure her to appear more masculine. Vivian recalls, "I was in 4th grade. We went on this road trip that I didn't know was actually just an advertisement for one of the cars. I don't remember which one. And he was constantly yelling at me viciously because my voice was too high. It was cruel."
Well, the video is too long, y'all. So if y'all want to see it, y'all have to go.
Search, look it
Yes.
up. But you know what, Vivian, good for you for speaking out.
Speaking of cheap,
Good for you.
and when a smart billionaire gets tricked into anything, come on now, come
You know
on.
what? But shame on him. Well, he must homophobic. I mean,
That's
like,
what his daughter's saying, and no, it's just sad, you know.
Well, how come you just can't love your child unconditionally
Yes,
for who they are and how
Exactly.
they want to be?
exactly. People, if you want to call in, first of all, can you like, share, and subscribe to our podcast, Sip and Speak the Tea? It'd be greatly appreciated and get us out in the algorithm. And if you want to comment or
We ask that you do comment.
yes, and you want us to talk about something, then you can email us or you can call in to the show. The number is now scrolling across the screen, 414-215-0729. If you want to join on the convo right now.
Right. We'd like to hear from you.
Exactly.
And we appreciate all your support.
We do. And back to Elon Musk, he not only, and she let him have it on his own platform. So
And he needed that though.
yeah.
I mean,
he said the unalive, and when I had listened to it, I said, "Oh my God!" I'm thinking she unalive. He
talking about the mind, like he lost his son due to him becoming a transgender.
Yeah. Wow.
Like it's some type of mind game. Like they have some kind of mind thing going on where people is getting it, like somebody got into his son's mind to have him to change.
I think he's dealing with them robots too much.
I don't know. Sometimes you could be too smart for your own good, and your brain
that's
is
true.
just on overload.
That's true. That's true.
And they wilding out.
Yeah, he said.
He's wilding out.
Yeah, he said that he was tricked in signing that puberty. It's a puberty block, puberty blockers, and he said it turned out to be a sterilization drug. But he said he was tricked. This man's supposed to be so smart and $1 billion. It's just hard to believe. It's just hard to believe. And speaking of Elon Musk, did you see him with that AI? And with Kamala Harris. Oh, Kamala Harris. I will cut her name up. Forgive me. But anyway, yeah, that AI. I couldn't believe. He had me mad at her for a minute because I thought that was actually her saying that.
Yeah, you sent that to me. You sure?
Right. I got mad at her. And I'm
I
like,
don't know. I couldn't tell the difference. I couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, I mean, it looked and sounded so real. And he was actually going against his own policies. You know? He said that if anything, misidentifying somebody on there that's against the policy, that was misidentifying somebody.
Definitely was. But the rich, they can get away with anything.
Altered video. It was just and he had a comment saying, "What? I'm running because Joe finally exposed his senility." Thanks, Joe. I'm like, whoa, no, she didn't. I'm thinking it was her. Oh my
God! Trying to say he's becoming senile.
Yeah. And any manipulative or out of context media, that may lead to harm is a violation. A violation policy. This is his own policy on this platform that he's violating, but he claims it's legal. So
I don't know, but I know one thing: it's gonna be a lot of this AI stuff popping up, all over. Yeah, it's gonna hit big because that's the big thing now. Seem like.
My goodness. Oh, okay.
Dealing with these AIs, y'all.
Wow. And moving on. Speaking of Trump, Fred Trump just wrote a book. Put out his book he published, All in the Family. I think, Danette, we need to get that book.
Yes,
indeed. And it really was just on time for this election.
I think everyone should go purchase that book.
Yes, I really believe.
Have a good read on that. Yeah. Do we have a clip?
Yes.
Well, we're hearing from the nephew of former President Trump, Fred Trump III, speaking out against his uncle in a new book. It's called All in the Family, The Trumps and How We Got This Way. And it alleges the former president used a racial slur and suggested disabled people should, quote, just die. The Trump campaign calls these claims disgusting lies, but his nephew says this is no political hit job. It's the full truth. Here's senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky.
It says the Trumps and how we got this way. What way? What's the Trump way?
Complex and sometimes cruel. And within every family, people know this, families are complicated. Every family has their crazy uncle. My Uncle Donald is atomic crazy. And he has put his mark on the family history.
Atomic crazy?
Yes.
What's that mean?
Means he does things that, even as much as I know him, when he's out there now, I sort of shudder and say, is this the same guy I knew? What's making him change? What got him this way? But that all being said, I've always had a good relationship, but he's done really horrific things to me, which some people will say, how could you still want to have a relationship with him? He's my uncle. He's family, and that means a lot.
After his uncle was elected president, Fred Trump says he saw an opportunity to advocate for the disabled.
I was in the Oval Office 12 times, and that was our mission, to advocate for people with complex disabilities. It culminated in May of 2020 in the Oval Office. Donald was there, and he was very gracious. Several other folks were there, including the group that we brought down. We dispersed. I was.
Yes, and if you want to see that, go on Good Morning America. The video was too long, but he was basically saying that he has a disabled son that's now grown, and at the time Trump was over the funding of that, and it was running out of funds. So he called his uncle and asked would he, do something about the funding, put more money into the funding, and he said just let him go. Be unalive and just move to Florida. Unreal. The things he said. And did you hear when he said he's an atomic crazy? And everybody has a crazy uncle. Atomic people. Do we really want him?
That's a big
with these
expression.
codes?
That's
Exactly.
a big boom.
Do we really want to trust him with these codes? And in the interview, the interviewer said, do you think your uncle racist? You know what he said? I don't think my uncle racist. What he does, black, white, Indian, don't matter. He said he just uses you, and then we done, he dispose of you.
Right.
And
He
people
just toss you away.
Toss you away. So people, what is that? That's what the devil do, don't he? He uses you, and then we have no use for you. He tosses you away. And another thing, in the Bible it says the devil wants the highest position. What is the highest position? Presidency and dictatorship. And that's what he wants.
That's what he's going for. He definitely wants dictatorship.
People in plain sight. The evil spirits in plain sight, people. And there was another example of demonic spirits in plain sight.
Yeah. They stand right before you.
Yes, I suggest y'all get that book though. And then he said that
right. Make sure you read the book before you vote.
Exactly. I think me and Danette gonna get this book. But and then another thing he said in his interview, when he was 10, he was at his grandparents' house, and Trump came with his real clean Eldorado with a rag top, and it was cut. I mean, somebody had scratched it up, and he said the N-word 2 times. They did it. So
the ends did it.
Yeah, so I suggest y'all get that book,
The NRs.
And I believe I'm believing this because he's a smart man. He know what defamation is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is what he's saying. This is who he's saying his uncle is, y'all. Yeah. And of course, the spokespersons on Trump camp said that it's not true. So it's fabricated. It's his truth, though.
This is Fred's
truth. The spokesperson for Trump said it's fabricated, but it's Fred's truth. And I just know that he just didn't, say that about his son.
I
said that about his son. That hurted him.
I actually do believe that statement, though, that it's not so much about prejudice, but it's about him to use people to get what he wants. However he can benefit. And then when he's done, he tosses them away. He don't care what happens to you. You're on your own. If you step into his way, may God be with you. Because who's to say what he will do?
And that's what the devil do. Evilness, demonic spirit in plain sight, y'all. And then moving on, we have do we have a video of the Palestinians?
The Palestine. Oh my God, that was terrible.
No, we don't.
We don't. Okay.
We don't have one on the Israelis.
Yeah, the Palestinian Israelis. Well, there was a video. There's a video where the Israelis are beating on the door and telling the guards to release. There were Palestine prisoners inside inside there, and they was telling the guards, let us have them, let us have our way with them. People, do that sound familiar? In the Bible, when Gomorrah, Sodom, when Abraham was negotiating with God and said, because he was going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah because it was such evilness going on. And he said, if there's 50 righteous people, would you save it? It boiled all the way down to 10 because he couldn't find 50 righteous, all the way down to 10.
Okay, I think we got the video.
Okay.
I think we had a video. Okay, now that's the Israelis pounding on the door to try to get to these people so they can sodomize
The
them.
Palestine prisoners, to
Yes.
let them have their way with them. And as I was saying, when God sent 2 angels disguised as men to be Lot's guests at his home to find out, was there 10 righteous people in Sodom and Gomorrah, and they pound on Lot's door and said, let us have them, let us have our way with them. People, demonic spirits in plain sight.
It's evil.
Another
Evil in this
example.
world.
Another example.
Yeah, and then I think what they had, how did it go? That 9 of the soldiers.
Yes.
Was it 9 of the soldiers? They had them. Then they released them, and these were the soldiers that sodomized a lot of the
Palestine prisoners.
Yeah, the prisoners.
Palestine prisoners. Yeah.
And
they celebrated.
They actually had let them go and actually did a celebration. They celebrated the fact that these soldiers got off from doing that.
It's just sad.
From doing that.
It's just sad.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't understand the world we living in today.
It's getting so evil and demonic is
When
what
you
it's doing.
that's basically promoting and condoning. Like, it's okay for you to go and violate another person like that. And you actually go off and celebrate.
Yes. Yes.
And these are, I mean, I don't know if it was to other men, women, children. I don't,
Right. It's
know
just
who they
it's just
were,
sad. It's just sad. But do you see this coming to pass? Coming to pass. It's coming to pass. And they're not hiding it no more. They're not hiding it no more.
They're not.
It's just in plain sight. And people are choosing
They're
to
bold,
ignore it.
very bold with it now.
Yes, and people are just choosing to ignore it, and it's sad. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Julio. Yes, they have made arrest. At first, it was 3 of them, and the other 2 was on the run. They had got wait a minute. It was Isaiah Chance, Alicia Andrews, and Sean Gothright. They had them first at one time, and Davion Murphy and Rashard Murphy, they was on the run, but they just got Rashard Murphy, and before they got Rashard Murphy, he had a pop out to his head, FaceTiming his baby mother, but then eventually he surrendered. So now.
And this is for the unaliving of Julio.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so now there's only one out there. So they said it's many more, but the ones that they know, so it's just one out there left that they know. And they said it's part of the ATK gang in the 1200. You know, it's
Yeah,
just sad.
that's kind of just, I don't know. I I don't know if anything more is going to come of this, but it's just, I don't understand the connection because I didn't know of Julio Fulio if he was ever gang related, which he could have been. I don't know, you know, but why would these gangs, yes,
yeah.
all alleged, you know, why would the gangs want to have any type of, I don't know if it was like retaliation or if they was just gonna, I mean, the Lord, excuse that word. But if they were just aiming, you know, just to get at him, but why? If, I don't know. I just don't know that connection.
Yeah, and they said that girl,
connection, I
right?
don't
That girl
know.
Alicia, they said that, you know, she was just dropping. She was dropping every location that wherever they went to, she was dropping. The one that's dropping in the location. So
Well, I don't know. It has to be something behind it, though. I think for them, for all of them, and these are different. There's 2 different gangs, right? Or was it 3? 2 or 3 different gangs.
yeah,
That
2 so far.
was
I
involved.
think. Yes.
So yeah, I don't
yeah, they
understand.
say they traveled from Jacksonville all the way to Florida. And Julio Fulio real name is Charles Jones.
Oh,
you know,
okay. I didn't
so
know that. Charles Jones.
prayers up for his family and justice for his family. I just hope it stopped. You know how stuff
Right.
just keep on continuing.
Because he
the
had
violence.
an entourage, though,
Yes.
too. I don't know if he was
Yes.
affiliated with any gang, but he did have an entourage.
Yes, yes. And then
So-
something happened in a camp, something happened in a camp, then they retaliate. It's just
Goes on and on, and more lives and more lives and more lives.
Yeah.
Can we put the weapons down? Can we
Yes.
put down the pow-pows? Just put them down.
Yeah, the world is just becoming so evil, Danette. I just don't know. And people, don't forget to like, share, and comment.
Yes, please. Please don't forget to subscribe.
Exactly. We have some Milwaukee news. I don't, you know, during this event, there was allegedly a robbery crew that was going around robbing people. You remember? And the police decided not to even tell the public. Do you think that was right, people? Do you think that was right?
They wasn't going to, but how? I mean,
Then we didn't find out till they captured some of them. They just kept it quiet, and they was going around robbing people.
Right. And after this last robbery, well, I don't think it was the last robbery, but was that downtown?
Yeah.
Right. And then they caught a couple of people, right? I think it was 2.
They caught a couple
2
of 'em.
people.
They still looking for some people. I just feel that they should have alerted, you know, everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the way. That's my opinion.
So people can be on alert, but
On
people
alert.
need to be observant and aware anyway.
Anyway.
You know, you should always watch your surroundings. Something don't look right, don't smell right, don't, you know, seem right in any form or fashion. Man,
Exactly.
move on. Get the hell away.
Exactly.
Get to stepping. Get to moving. For
Exactly.
real, do what you can do to get away from it. Because I know I'm like that. I'm like that now. If I go to a gas station, pull up at any kind of lot, grocery store, if they look at me the wrong way, if I feel anything to make me just be hesitant, I'm gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't even
I'm
stop.
gone.
I keep on going. Because it's this feeling you get that something's,
Yeah.
you know, something's not right.
And I try to tell my kids that, because at the end of the day, you know, bullets don't have eyes or anything, and it's innocent victims a lot of times. You know, you could be the one standing off to the side, but you'll be the one end up unalive.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you know, just remove yourself. If you're able, remove yourself. Because now, when things is happening, people want to be nosy. And they want to just stand around. Not me, I'm gone.
Me too.
I'm out of there.
Pew! They're like, what's wrong with her?
I'll be the road runner. I can't even run, but I'll be the road runner that day. For real. Shoot, I be limping and stuff, but you ain't gonna find no limp in that run because I'm gonna be gone.
I'm telling you.
For real. I ain't gonna have all of my handicaps gonna disappear.
Shoot, me stay, I barely can stay in the house by myself. I hear a noise, they can have it. I'm out the door. One time I just
What you say?
I ran
They can
out
come
the
in the
door.
front and you go out the back.
Yeah, I ran out the door and kept going. They can have it. I ain't gonna. Who is that? I keep going.
Yeah.
Just be aware, people. Just be aware of your surroundings. It's just getting so bad out here, and the police didn't even notify anybody about it. So.
I don't know what's happening with our police department today. I don't understand the unaliving. Now you don't want to make people aware so they can be more protective of themselves. I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening.
It's getting to the point where people even scared to call 911 for help.
Man, everything in this world gonna end up being do it yourself. You're gonna
Is
have to
that
look it up.
DIY?
Yeah, do it yourself.
DIY. I basically do that now.
Right.
I even do my hair DIY.
Everything is DIY these days.
Yes.
But it's going to be that way. How to become more protective, during your home, the alarms and everything. Just, we got to protect ourselves to a great extent. But then you still got to follow the law, though.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
got to do within the law. So,
by the way,
moving on. What did you hear about that memoir? Was supposedly found this memoir in Kim's computer, and her flash drive, where they were saying that he had beat her with a chair allegedly.
Oh, you talking about Kim who?
Porter.
Yeah.
Diddy.
Yeah.
You heard about that memoir. And her best friend, Ebony, said that allegedly that there was no book, but there's an interview showing that she said that she was writing a book.
Yeah. They said that there was one that she was I think she started writing or something. Yeah. And it was found?
Yeah.
Allegedly?
I think it was on a flash drive of the computer.
Oh,
so,
I don't know, but I know they said something about something was found in regards to.
Yes, we're gonna look into that and see when we, get more information. It's just more and more and more on Diddy, y'all. Just more and more. 30 years of it.
That'll never end.
Excuse me. 30 years of it. People, don't forget, I wrote a book, The Untold Story, The One That Got Away. Please support. I wrote the book. I had ran, and when I was on the street, living the street life, I ran into a serial strangler, and the Northside serial strangler, and he tried to unalive me, but he unalived some women. And I'm just getting, I just need to put, I felt I need to put the awareness out there. And so they won't be forgotten, because it was just like it was covered up. And I wrote the book for not only the women that lost their lives, their children and my children. I mean, it's a good read.
It is.
I just want y'all to try to support it.
Please do. Where can they purchase it?
You can purchase at Walmart, Amazon, Bigger Books. It's out there everywhere now. Barnes and Noble.
Right. Yes, please support. And we, want to bring exposure to the story, because, again, this man was unaliving during the same time as Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yes.
So how can we know so much about Jeffrey Dahmer and not know about this man here, the Northside Strangler?
Exactly.
Because he took a lot of women's lives away.
Yep, right up on the police department.
And their lives matter too.
Yes, their lives matter too.
So I don't know why people don't know of this story, but it's not out there. but we want to bring exposure to the story.
And awareness. Okay. Well, people, all our stories were just so demonic. You know what I'm saying? And
you
just
guys.
even sad,
We don't
you know.
want any more blackness, just the
Okay.
dark side. You know, so we want to start seeing heavenly angels.
Okay, and stuff to make you laugh and smile.
Yeah, we need
but
that
so
in this
much,
world.
but we can't ignore the demonic
Right.
things that's going
what's
around
happening.
us. Yeah, we can't ignore that, and that's what
Right.
people are doing. It's in plain sight, people, and people are ignoring it.
They really are. Do your research and really
Yes.
pay attention, because you know the one thing about it, you can never say that things can't or won't happen to you because you don't know that.
Exactly.
And a lot of times we don't get involved or pay attention until something happens to us directly. And you know, we don't want it to get to that point. So we need to start making a difference, which also means, hey, it's about who we have in office.
Exactly. And when you said that,
So-
it reminded me when about Trump, that he actually want to take contraceptives and make it a crime if they miscarry or anything.
Right.
But you know, I wonder just think about if it happened to him or his family, his wife or his daughter, allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he would care.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he would care. I think this is an uncaring. I don't think he's capable. I just don't.
I just see him
I
doing,
don't. He has no respect for women. I don't think he really even like women. I'm just gonna put it out. I just don't think so, because to me, he's another Diddy. They don't like women. Period. They disrespect them to the core.
Yeah, well, I would just imagine him like on Life, and he take the black baby and say, "Is this your pappy?" And try to find out, "Is this your pappy?" That's my.
Is this your pappy?
Is this your pappy? That's my. I'm the pappy boss. I'm a pappy.
What is you talking about?
On Life, when the sheriff,
that movie.
on like that
Which
movie
one?
Life.
Yeah,
when,
the movie Life. Okay.
One of them black men impregnated his daughter, and he took the baby and he lied against the black man that's been around him. Is he the pappy? Is you the pappy? I'm the pappy. That's her boss. Or that baby, that's her boss.
Oh my goodness.
My goodness. Anyway.
I don't know, but people, do your research.
Yes, do your
Please
research.
do your research. And your voice matters.
Yes,
okay?
it do.
But you
It
need a
carries
positive
weight.
change.
It carries weight. So,
a positive change.
and that's all for our show today, our segment.
Yes.
Until next time,
Stay
Goodbye.
tuned in, and please be a blessing so that you too shall be blessed.
goodbye.